relationship is nothing to you. I want you to love me and be with me. I don't want to lose you to a man.
Lara, who is now married and has a son, just celebrated her birthday, but is evidently seeing that she is not happy. She knows that her husband is having an affair, but still she is holding on to their marriage. A day after her birthday, she heard a doorbell, and surprisingly, it was her childhood friend Inam.
Why didn't you call? And how did you get here anyway? What's the big deal?
Lara don't know what to react, as she haven't seen Inam for a long time, then suddenly came to her doorsteps. Inam said she wants to greet Lara, and that she did not forget. Inam then asked Lara about Michael, Lara's husband, and if he is still teaching.
He's still with Michael?
Yes.
Where is he? He's still teaching.
While having this conversation, Lara had flashbacks when Inam was so angry at her. Lara told Inam she has to wake up James, her son, then Inam insists she wants to see him. Lara had flashbacks again, where she remembers seeing Inam kissing a guy. And never forget what she felt that moment. Lara has been in love with Inam, and though they have intimate moments together, Lara felt she's just being used by Inam and took advantage of what she felt for her. As Inam awaits to see James, she had flashbacks way back when she was in college with Lara.
The English are bigger slave drivers than the Jews.
Back then, Inam was so clingy and would often love to hang out with guys. Then she had a thing with their professor, who eventually became her boyfriend. Inam gets to meet James and somehow feeling curious about Lara's son. It's because Lara ended up with Inam's boyfriend, who was their professor way back in college. Inam went with them as Lara drops her son in his school. While on their way, Inam told Lara that she is now married and that she is happy. Lara again had flashbacks to the time when Inam told her she has a boyfriend and that was their professor.
Do you love him?
Of course I do. So he's a good guy.
Heartbroken, Lara left as she wants to have a drink. Inam looked for her as Lara said how come she can't have her and that she loves Inam. Then they suddenly shared a kiss.
Then how come I can't have you?
Lara also remembers the time when Michael having problems with Inam and also revealed that he saw them kissing. What happened next just made Lara regret for the rest of her life as she allowed herself to have sex with Michael, who was Inam's boyfriend at that time. As they dropped James, Lara told Inam she has to leave and go back home, and so she dropped her in a bus stop, and while she's driving away, Lara still looks at Inam. While on her way home, Lara had another flashback where she was in her teens with Inam. When they were still young, Inam was always the one who was outgoing and extroverted and would rather wants to hang out with guys. Lara at that time secretly loves Inam more than a friend, and despite feeling hurt every time she sees Inam making out with other guys, she is still there for her. That's when she began being an alcoholic so as to forget the pain Inam has been causing her. It was Lara's birthday that time, and she was feeling so upset that Inam decides to be with those guys instead of celebrating her birthday. When Inam came, she greeted her, then they shared a kiss. The two planned to watch a movie that night, but has to go beyond the border, which was so dangerous at that time. But still they pushed through with their plan. Back to present day, Lara came back home with groceries, then she starts drinking when she felt that someone must be inside their house. It was Inam again, soaking wet because of the rain. She said she went back to see her again, and that she wants to take a shower before her husband will pick her up. And so Lara agrees, though she insists after Inam takes a bath, she needs to leave. While inside the bathroom, Inam had a painful memory way back when they decided to watch a movie that night when it was Lara's birthday. Two guys followed them and was insisting if they can have a drink with them before going home. But something happened. Inam agreed to have a sex with the other guy, but deep within her, she really doesn't want to do it. She was forced since she doesn't want those guys to hurt them, especially Lara. That painful night has haunted Inam for years, and she never gets over of what that guy did to her. Lara then checks Inam if she's finished taking her bath. Then a flashback showing the time when Inam got pregnant and doesn't want to go through with it, and Lara was there with her. Michael came home as he forgot something. Then he saw Inam and hides himself, as he doesn't want her to see him. Inam got dressed up using Lara's clothes. Then suddenly both of them felt that they missed each other and they shared a kiss. But Lara, still feeling the pain, told Inam that she is actually not looking good and that she is in pain. Inam is living her life right now as if she pretends everything is okay. Another flashback showing the moment when Lara revealed to Inam that she was pregnant with Michael, and that's the time Inam got so angry with Lara. This painful memory had separated the two women for years. Inam actually knew that James was Michael's son, with Lara, and that reality took over toll on her. One day, Inam pretended she was Lara's sister and picked up James after school. Lara panicked as Inam might hurt her son. She was able to locate them, and surprisingly, Inam was just sleeping while James was sitting next to her. All this time, Inam was actually in a mental institution, but she always found ways to go and visit Lara, especially during her birthday, since it was that day when that painful night happened that changed her life. Lara was the one who brought Inam to that institution so she can get well. The reality is, Lara can never have Inam because of what happened before, but she never stopped loving her. Want more queer content? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell.